Hello, cryptocurrency traders. It's Josh with the Kings of Crypto checking in once again. All right, guys, so my apologies for this long hiatus I have had from the market. I've had some personal things going on in my life that have just kind of kept me away from trading for the most part. I've been kind of in and out, but mainly out. But guys, I'm here right now, so let's go ahead and talk about what is going on with Bitcoin. Just recently, we lost our 100-week moving average and the 58.30 pivot. Shortly after that, our 51.45 pivot was dropped relatively quickly. Now, all of these levels are based purely 100% off of the weekly chart. One more thing I want to point out about the weekly chart before I dive a little bit deeper into these levels is just look at the RSI on the weekly. It is at all-time lows, and the weekly RSI is approaching oversold territory, just cracking a bit below 30. There is still some more room that RSI has to go down, so how much further we could go, nobody really knows, but let's go ahead and talk about what I am anticipating. Okay, so first off, here is our daily chart. My 9 EMA, I use the exponential 9 EMA. That is my black moving average. The 20 exponential moving average is blue. And then for the 50, 100, and 200 moving averages, I use moving averages instead of exponential moving averages. I just find that's what works best with the algorithms. Okay, so early in the year when we originally had our first bounce off this 5800, when we had this violent reaction to dropping the 200 moving average, we got a nice rebound but rejected the 100, and since then we have continually rejected the 200 moving average, and now as frequent with times with great momentum in Bitcoin, this 9 EMA on the daily chart is playing a huge role. You see, when we originally dropped the 5800, we traded sideways for a little bit until the 9 EMA came down, sandwiched the price action, and pushed us down into the next supports. Again, we bounced off of this 36 level, bounced back up to the 9 EMA, rode that for a little bit, traded sideways, and as the 9 EMA comes lower, it sandwiches us down, pushes us below our support, and here we are now. So the next levels that I am going to really be looking at is this 2964 and 2046. Both of those are coming from my weekly chart on Poloniex. Go ahead and dive further into these levels. Okay, so our 2046 level, that comes from, let's go back to the weekly just so you can see where I get these from before we dive into them on the daily. Okay, so this 2964, you've got this close and rejection right here last June. Last September, we get a bounce right off of this level, so that would confirm the validity of this support right here. So I definitely think we will get some reaction in the price action once we get down to that point. I don't see us really catching here at the 3200 level. There's just not really anything significant that I can find here. Now, if we go ahead and take a look at the daily, actually one more thing I wanted to show you guys on the weekly. There's just one ascending support that we have that's still intact that I am keeping my eyes on. That would be this purple uptrend right here, I'm going to go ahead and turn that, just go ahead and turn that green so it stands out. So that right now is down here at the 1200 level. If we do get down that far, I will be looking to move into some longer term positions if we do get a reaction and a holding out of this green ascending support. Other than that, we really don't have anything significant in the anything that is ascending that is significant. We're just going to have these horizontal pivots. We take a look at the daily. You see where this 5,800 pivot came from. It was the high here, and we also closed right on this level. This is basically what has led to some very bearish price action once this broke down, and this 51.45 pivot also broke down. You've seen exactly how the market has reacted. Basically, we've got a lot of holders from 2017 that got in early that are finally giving up the ghost. You had so many people jumping on this train that somebody had to pay. That's what this longer term correction is from. All these people FOMOing in at the top, refusing to throw in the towel and cut their loss. And then finally, we're getting into that capitulation stage where everyone is getting their money out of the market. Anyways, this 29.64, guys, look at this. We get this rejection here. We get this rejection here. Several rejections through here, and we basically are consolidating right beneath of it. We bounce off of these moving averages right up the 9, and then we finally push through this 29.64. That was basically, this is going to be our major pivot right here. This 29.64. It has been hard retested. You see there definitely some volume in conjunction with this pivot. You see this nice little spike into the pivot here. Then you see as we retest, we get that nice spike in volume also. So that 29.64 is definitely what I'm going to be watching for now. If that does break, the next major pivot I'll be watching is this 2046. We might have a couple less significant pivots. Say we'll put this thin one in right here at 23.85. See, that was the closing price. And then we got some reaction with the daily closes right around this price and through here. You see we closed here. We closed right on it here. We got a wick right off of this level here. Another close right on it. Another close and rejection right here. Several wicks right off before we finally break through and get that nice move up to the previous highs. Consolidate under there, and there we go. So that is why I will be watching this 29.64. This 23.85, but this is more going to be for some short-term trades. This 23.85, I wouldn't expect that to be a long-term bottom or anything like that. And then this 2046 from the weekly, and we're going to go with this 1856 also from the daily. You see we got that close right here. We got this wick right off of this level here, wick right off of this level here. Big volume testing the support when it held, so that gives some validity to that as well. I'm going to go ahead and bold this just one level right there. All right, so that is my levels. Again, I've got 58.31, 51.45, 46.15, 36.77, 29.64, 23.85, 20.46, 18.56, and 15.43. If we do start to get anything crazy where we're dropping below, I'll be looking for this short term, or I guess longer term ascending support. Right now, that is in the $1,200 range. I guess we'll just have to see what happens, guys. Anyways, it's Josh with the Kings of Crypto. I'm going to go ahead and start making these videos more regularly once again. I miss all of you guys. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Your support is greatly appreciated. Let's go ahead and weather this bear market together. And until next time, it's Josh with the Kings of Crypto. Checking out.